Hey everyone, Patrick here, and today I've got a special review for you. It is the Logitech PowerPlay Pad. I managed to get this fantastic package, this reviewer's pack from Logitech to review. Now this bundle of joy contains everything needed to, well, test out the PowerPlay with their two available mouses. And look, let's figure out what kind of deal you get with this, because there's a few bits and pieces you have to purchase to get yours working. And if you're already in the Logitech ecosystem, you're either very lucky or kind of unlucky. And I'll get to that in a second. So what comes in this pack? Well, we've got a couple of spots here for two mouses, obviously, and we've got two different mouse pads. Now, I use a hardtop mouse pad right here, so that's what I've been using and reviewing on. But I have to say, and look, some of you guys may already know this, but I did check out this cloth pad, and I have to say I like it. When I run my fingernails through it, it doesn't feel like it's catching on anything, and I do appreciate the quality of this cloth pad. So, guys, check it out if you're looking at new cloth pads. I really think it's quite nice. I don't like the ones that you kind of feel the roughness of it, and you kind of feel that you can, I don't know, get your nails stuck in it. Hate it. But, guys, back to this. So, I'm gonna put this box away and we're gonna have a look at those two mouses now. You may have noticed that they look very familiar. This is the G900, which is now called the G903, and this is the G403, which is called now the G703. Now the main difference between these mouses is actually very small. Let's start with this one. The G900 came out and it showed the world that wireless mouses can finally play first-person competitive games, and I bought into it and I love it to death. I've already done a review of the G900. That's why in this review I won't actually be reviewing the mouse itself, but the power pad and how it works. Now, if you own a G900, you will know the look and feel of it. What you won't have is a little spot at the bottom here where you put a little tablet in that allows you to have the charging pad. So that's the main difference. This little spot here, if the G900 had this, you could just pop one in and off you go. And that's where the G403 came in. My wife's computer has the G403 and it looks and feels exactly the same as this mouse, and it also has a spot for the tablet. But in fact on that one, it's a weight. So the weight is now going to be replaced by the charging pad. So when you buy the charging pad, you will get a little circle bit there, unless you're buying a package with the G903 mouse. But the G403 can be used with this charging pad by just slipping in the charging tablet that I'm calling it. The lovely little tablet. It's magnetic, it connects, and it charges your mouse when you have it on top of the charging pad. And that's what I'm going to talk about now, because these two mouses, I've reviewed this one too actually, and I love them to death. I love both of them. I prefer this one because I don't like buttons on the side, and this one has buttons and you can't remove them, but I appreciate this one without having any buttons. You can replace them and it's really nice, and I do like a very symmetrical mouse indeed. So I'm not really going to talk about them as per of using them, but what I'm going to talk about is using them with this mouse pad here. Now, a lot of people who have already a Logitech G900 or another wireless mouse from Logitech can attest that sometimes you end up having to plug in your mouse and to obviously charge it, because that charge doesn't last forever. You will have to charge it at some point. Now my thing has been, I put it on every couple of days, and I do use it quite a lot. So every couple of days after I finish my gaming session, I plug it in, and the next morning or next day after work, I come in, I can plug it, and I continue using. Now this is by no means a tedious process, and I've never had a moment where my mouse died, and I've taken it to LANs and I forgot the cable, and it still lasted a long time. So why this? Why are you going to spend another $100 or $200 for this and a mouse that works with it? Why bother? Is it worth that much? Well, I don't know about value just yet, but what I can tell you is that I have completely forgotten about cables when using this. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? You have your mouse on top and it charges, but it's that thought process that you never have to plug your mouse in ever again. And what that cost, or what the value is, that you never have to worry about it ever again. You literally pay to forget to charge it. It charges itself on this pad. So what's underneath the mouse pad? Well, it's another little plastic pad, and you can see the outline of the charging area. It charges right in this square here, so as long as that circle is in there, it will charge. And I think there is lighter ones around here. Now, things you have to care about is do not bend this. It's very fragile on the inside, and this bit here actually gets quite warm, obviously because there's a lot of power running through it. This is where you plug in your mouse, or your standard little connector with the little pincers, but it's something that really doesn't move around after you place it. You plug it in, you can hide that cable behind your computer, behind your monitor, and it's gone. You place your mouse on top of it, and off you go. So what is it like using day-to-day? Well, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. You're never having to care about charging. It is a premium item. It's something you're gonna pay more to have this luxury of never charging. If money is a problem, I don't recommend getting this. This is really for a luxurious life of gaming. It's really that extra, that's one step further that you always see people going, you know, SLI, 4-way SLI, or something like that. That's just that one bit further to really show up your neighbor. But I have to say, now that I have this, and I have to return this, because it's, well, you know, it's just a loan, I have to return it, but I'm so convinced after using it that I don't know if I can live without it, and I'm probably gonna go out and buy it. Yep, shoot me for what I've just said. It is a luxury, but it's a luxury that once you have it, you're gonna absolutely love. I really did love not having to ever worry about plugging it in. Not that I did a lot, but the times I did, I've forgotten a few times, but this PowerPlay is really, really a very good convenience in an ecosystem built by Logitech that I absolutely really like, especially only because I suppose that I already had their Logitech mouses. Now, if you have another mouse, this isn't for you. This is really for guys who have the Logitech ecosystem, they have their mouses, and if you have the G403, you're even in more luck because you can continue using it with just swapping out that tablet I was talking about. But if you're, you know, looking in from the outside and you want something less, you will have to buy into their mouses, and that's another step. So this isn't gonna be the biggest seller because the market is, well, it's condensed. It's condensed to, well, people who really want to spend a lot more and rebuy the same mouse that they already have just to go wireless. My G900, well, I'll have to buy the G903 to have that same mouse that I love and have it charge on a pad without it. There's a lot of cost barriers for a lot of people, but I can understand where they're going with it now. Just like the G703, those little pills are going to be interchangeable, and mouses from now on will have this little bit, and in the future, it'll be a lot easier to buy into the PowerPlay. Is it value for money? Well, nothing like this exists on the market. That is value in that sense. Nothing else exists. This is the only one that you can buy that charges your mouse on the go. And it is on the go. The whole time your mouse is on that pad, no matter how much you are moving it, it's constantly charging. It's never going to charge to the maximum. It always keeps it around 80% to not overburden the battery, but you will never go flat. And that's the whole point. You will never go flat. There's no heat from here. There's nothing that you can feel. But the only thing I have to mention, and this is the issue I found, is I have the G900. I've never had this issue with it, and it could be the way this connects or the way the charging works, but there is a very large and substantial delay between the time you move your mouse from a standby to when it actually starts reading your movements. This has nothing to do with the software, I don't think, or Windows, because my classic G900 works pretty well, and that's what it's going to be called. G900 Classic, or I guess 303, whatever. It had a delay, and it's concerning to see that, but it's not something that's going to worry you because that delay, it's after being standby for 10 minutes. So when you come back to your computer, you just got to move the mouse, just as if the screen was just black. All right, let's finish up. Let's conclude this little and amazing pad, this PowerPlay pad. Does it give you power to play? Yes, it does. To say to their market team they haven't done a good job would be, well, it would be unfair. They have definitely done a good job. This is a great product, a great engineering success for the team. I have to applaud it. It is the first product that is like that. What I have to say is there's a lot of hurdles to jump through for even people who already have Logitech devices, not as in the price point, but also having to buy the same mouse again. And you know, having to buy the same product just for something little, like let's say Apple devices, then yeah, you know, you might be pushing it, especially when gamers, they know what they want. And if this is a troublesome area where you always forget to charge your mouse, you always run out of battery, and you're already a Logitech user, this is for you. This is what it is made for. Forgetful people. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to Logitech for sending me this awesome package. I'm sad to see it go. Would love to have my own, but you know, life's never too fair. But what I can say to you guys before I leave you is that it's pretty darn cool. And I'll leave it with that, guys. Catch you guys in another video. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Let me know why. Subscribe to more videos. Stay in contact. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Are you excited? Are you gonna get it? Are you gonna buy a whole new mouse, or are you just gonna go freshly into the whole Logitech ecosystem? Because that's what's happening. They're building a Logitech ecosystem that once you have this pad and maybe your mouse breaks, well, are you gonna go out and buy a different mouse just to try something new, or are you just going to get another Logitech mouse because your charging pad is a Logitech charging pad? Are other companies going to make more? All these questions. We'll soon find out. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.